What's up, YouTube? So, for today, I got something a little different going on today. Something I usually don't do. But I had a customer messaging me and wanted me to build 2 PCs today for him. Now, I built my PC roughly about 2 years ago. Since then, I built my brother's computer, I built my nephew's computer, I built my son's computer. I'm not the best, I'm not saying I'm experienced, but I wanted to learn how to build computers so that when it came time for me to upgrade something, I knew what I was doing. So this guy been messaging me, wanting me to build his computer. Well, this is what he's got now in here. He's giving most of all of this stuff to his son, which is in another computer case over here. And then he's got a lot of upgrade stuff here, which I'll go over with y'all before I start building it. And I figured, let me try it out live. Let me do this live. So that way, if I make a mistake, you guys get to see it today. If I make a mistake on it, y'all guys get to see what I messed up on. So I am going to definitely clean this PC because it is filthy on the inside. That's his dust tray. That's the dust tray underneath the PC. So I'm definitely going to be cleaning the PC before I put all the new parts and take parts out and swap. So this is the same kind of case I actually use. This is the 011 Vision. Best PC case out there by far. What he's got for his sons is the Lee 011. I believe this is the 011, which I had a black one like this before, but I gave it to my son. We're big fans of Lee out here. We like Lee cases. I'll show y'all what he's upgrading to. I don't know what CPU he's using in here, but I'll show you guys the graphics card because that's an RTX RADEON graphics card. I actually custom painted this graphics card white for him. I'll take it out and I'll show it to you guys. I took it apart and painted it for him before. So I'll take it out and I'll show you the graphics card because I painted that one myself for him. Sorry, chat. customers texting and stuff. Okay, so what he got? This is for his son's computer to put fans in it. The Lee Infinity fans, 120s, best fans. My whole PC, I got 11 of them in mine. That's what I run. So that's the fans he's got. He went. Well, this is for again, son's PC, Team Group SSD 1 terabyte. This is for his PC, 64 gigs of RAM. He went with. In here is 16, I believe. 16 or 32, I gotta look at it. He went with the mother of all motherboards. So far, I know that this is what I've been seeing and reading about. It's a pretty solid motherboard. If y'all guys want to pause the live stream and look at all of that. And then he went with the new Lee Hydro Shift AIO. All-in-one AIO. It comes with the 3 solid fans on it. So he went with this. And then for his CPU, he went with the RYZEN 7 7700X CPU. I don't know what he's got, what CPU's in there now, but we'll find out. So this is what he's got to go with. A lot of these fans he's going to be reusing. So I'm going to take it all apart. Take all the parts out of it. Get this other case. After I get this stripped out, I'm going to put this case to the side. Because like I said, I got to remove the motherboard, the graphics cards, the fans, and everything. The AIO, he's got a Lee AIO in there. I got to remove all of this to put into the other Lee case. So, we'll get that going. I'll bring the, I'll fix the camera try to fix it in a better spot. I know it's not going to be in the ideal spot right now because I only have one camera. I do live stream most of the time. So we'll try to do the best I can. Let me go see what my dogs are barking. All right, sorry about that. I had to step away for a second. So I'm gonna get all this stuff moved off of here, put to the side. That's my helper today. Oh, you can't see him.
Yes.
You can't see him. He's a little short. He's a little short.
I'm a little too short.
But that's the helper today we got. I'm gonna move all this off to the side. And as always, YouTube, y'all know what we do. Red Bull, shout me out, holla at me. to find us a bottle of alcohol.
Alcohol?
Yeah, we need alcohol. So what I'm doing, I'm gonna slide this actually over this way more so y'all can see a little bit. Disassembling the case. Disassembling the case, putting the glass off somewhere. Now this front glass does come off, but it's got to be unscrewed with some screws in it.
I can't find it.
Watch that glass. And it's truthfully, you got enough room when it's like this to actually disassemble and reassemble and all of that. So you really don't need to. For the back of the case, it actually just pulls off. There's no screws for the back. It just pulls right out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start unplugging the motherboard and all the wires on it. I'll unplug the wires. Get up underneath, unplug all of these wires. All the RGB. Ooh, that's a dirty fan.
Bottom one's over.
Yeah, take those all out and stuff. Give me my screwdriver kit there.
Here you go.
I can't remember what graphics card he's running in here. Pull it out. So this was the graphics card. I took it completely apart and I painted this one white. I did all this custom paint by myself. I painted this card for him. It was really easy to do, to make it white, because he wanted an all white build on it.
These shelves are like a 30 up.
Yeah, it's pretty dirty in there. This is a I don't know which card this is. I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, I think this was a 5600 or 5700 XT, if I'm not mistaken. That's what this card was. So he's reusing this graphics card with it. We'll just set that graphics card right there. So I guess the next thing would be for me to start taking out all the fans, the AIO. Oh, we need alcohol. You need to find alcohol.
Is it?
Let me look and see. I think there might be some over here. rubbing alcohol 70 is what I use to always clean the thermal paste. I use this to actually clean the fans, and to wipe down the inside of the PC I use rubbing alcohol. For like the glass itself, he's tangled up in the wires. For the glass itself, I actually just use a little bit of spray bottle water and a microfiber cloth, and I rub the glass clean just so it don't eat away if there's any film on the glass or anything like that, so it don't eat away at them. So I'm gonna start completely disassembling this magnet for all the screws. And truthfully, the only screwdriver you need is a number 2 tip Phillips, and that's it. So before I actually do that, we're going to turn around PC. Open this up. He's reusing the power supply that's in here. It is a RM750 Corsair power supply. So he's reusing the power supply. So I actually don't need to really take the power supply out. I'm gonna have to take this hub out. I have to retake the hub and stuff out of it.
You need to clean like all the fans.
Yeah, we're gonna have to clean it. I actually don't know if he wants to do a push-pull setup on this AIO. I got mine running a push-pull. Here, take these screws out from the end. These ones. These 2 screws right here. These 2. Yep, take those out. Get my helper in here to take some screws out. There you go. Keep going. The screw ain't gonna fall because it's a magnet. Yep, put them right there. That's some dirty fans right here.
Put it over here.
So we're gonna start by removing all the fans. I am going to do my best to do a cable management. Like I said, I'm gonna do my best with cable management. Oh yeah, he's got a push-pull setup already on here. He's got a nice push-pull setup on it already. Huh? Yeah. So we're gonna actually, let's turn the PC around again. Let's take these two screws out here. Just for a second, I'm gonna pull these screws out. And then when you pull those two screws out, this whole tray lifts right up. And then we can take the two screws, oh, I'm sorry, I'm blocking the camera. So you take the two screws from here and here, and then the whole tray comes right out to reveal all the screws for the fans. Put that screw right there for me. Take the screw off. Thank you. This is a really dirty PC. I'm surprised this PC never suffocated. I mean, it's not gonna suffocate. Temps will get a little higher though. We gotta clean this tray also. So then you just slot it back in. And put the two screws back in there. So doing stuff like this, it's not so fun when you're taking apart to rebuild. It's not the funnest thing to do. So I'm gonna actually get, yeah, this whole thing is dirty.
The screen here is dirty too.
Yeah. Take this screw out. This is for the sag bracket, GPU sag bracket. These are all fan screws. Yeah, leave that right there. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm actually gonna get the AIO off now. There's a lot of stuff plugged in the back. I'm sorry for not showing, but I'm trying to unplug all of that stuff. It's running underneath. That's for the AAO. That goes down into there. These ones are his motherboard and case, USBs. Remove this cable management. I'm gonna remove this tab from here. Fans. All connected to there. This one is super bunched up. Graphics card. Got more tabs here. Here, which was the one I was looking for the AIO. Okay, so these are his, what controlled the fans and the AIO is what that was. And this is another fan control. It's RGB fan control on there. Now we are left with the fans. These fans here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the PC back around. PC back around over here. And I'm gonna unscrew the AIO. Then we're going to the kitchen drawer.
Yeah.
And get me the yellow microfiber rag.
Alright. Here you go. Here.
Put it down.
Alright.
These gotta come all the way off.
Do you want me to put them off here?
Yeah.
Do you want me to put those?
Yeah, move them over there. And the AIO comes right off. And we're gonna leave that set right there for a minute. And then I am going to actually pull that out. Oh, I gotta take his SSD out of here also. I gotta pull that out. To get that moved. Let's get out the. I can take the radiator out now, which is just taking the screws out from the back. What is he chewing on? Which are these longer ones to hold the fans to the radiator into the support. Now the radiator comes off. I can find the wiring for these to pull through. AIO. Just took it off. We're going to set that to the side over here.
We're gonna clean that.
Yep. We got to do some cleaning on that.
Yeah, like on everything.
You know there's games on, right?
No.
There's 3 football games on.
Okay.
There's one right now.
Who's playing?
The Chargers. And this game's over. It's 30-7.
Oh.
It was 1 at 4. Really big game. Major playoff game.
Now the other set of dirty Lee and Lee Infinity fans, which I didn't show y'all. Look at that radiator. Look at that buildup on that. That is just disgusting. This guy did not clean his PC. He did not take care of it or clean it. I'm just saying. Okay, so now that's all that's left to take out is the motherboard. Only thing I got to get out right now. So, only thing we're gonna pull out now is just the motherboard, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe there's 5, 6 screws to pull out. And sometimes when you start taking the screws out of the motherboards, the standoffs in the back might get stuck with them, so you would have to find some way to take them off. Close my door if he's dirty. So for his RAM, these are 16 gig, 32 megahertz C16 RAMs, but he's not reusing these with this one. And there is no clamp on the bottom for me to open it. So that's why you just see me open the top and pull it out. Because there's nothing on the bottom for it. So I never usually put the motherboard in or take it out when I am standing the computer up, because it is not good. It might just fall and damage it. So that is never a good idea to do that. I have to remove this bracket to get to the other screw. Which is the last screw is right here. One more. Oh. So I had to put in this standoff to act as a screw for the riser. Don't fall on the table. And then that is it. Motherboard is out. These are Wi-Fi antennas. So now to set this aside,
You could put it on this.
yeah, put that box. Give me the motherboard box. No, the motherboard box. Yeah, give me that motherboard box. Put it down right there on the floor for me. I'm gonna set this motherboard down right here. And then the only thing that's left in here is the power supply, which he's going to be reusing with all the new parts of the computer. So now I'm just gonna take this case and move it off to the side, and I'm gonna bring in the other lean lead case so I can start cleaning that, wiping it down, and start putting all these parts back into there now. These are his cable management brackets for that case. Watch the case. I gotta get his end done too. Slide out. Gotta get that out. Oh, and the CPU I gotta pull out. Oh no, the CPU stays in there. I just re-thermal pasted. That's right. He's got a new CPU. So now, for the baby Lee and Lee case that we're going to be putting these parts back into. Put that stuff there. There's a graphics card in here. I don't know which one it was, but we'll find out. He told me this case has been setting for a while, so I'm gonna have to clean it up. This glass just slides up. This one just slides up also. So the graphics card, this one is a 5500 XT. Is the one that he's given to his kids, which is fairly dirty.
Like the up here is dirty too.
And it's an ASRock RTX 5500 XT, 4 gigabyte.
The inside of
So that's the graphics card that he's going to be reusing for his kids, because it's a kid. They don't play too hardcore of gaming.
Oh, there's like dust all over the inside PC too.
Oh yeah, this is nasty. This is super
Is there
nasty.
any dust there? Is there any dust here?
No.
There's some dust up here at the top.
Yeah.
Both of these cases, there's a lot of dust.
Yeah. The other case was
Dirtier.
a lot dirtier.
Yeah. But this one's
So the AIO shield is still on here for that motherboard. I guess he upgraded, he swapped over before.
It looks still like kind of dirty.
Yeah.
That looks clean.
No, that's pretty dirty.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna have to wipe this down.
yeah.
Clean
Did
that.
you wipe the other one down?
No, I didn't clean the other one yet. I'm gonna clean it when I get it back up here. I'm gonna lay it down
Yeah.
and then clean it
Okay.
after I lay it down on here. So you got the standoffs in here still. This power watt supply is a 550. It's a EV power supply, 550 watt. Looks like it's a modulant, fully modulant power supply. So like I said, when I install motherboards, I usually lay the case down to do it. I'm gonna remove this fan from the back. Oh, there's one more.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one more.
Alright, got it. Back a little dusty.
It's alright. Watch this motherboard behind you.
I'm gonna put the fan
Gotta
here.
remove the Wi-Fi antennas.
I'm put that right there.
So now with the motherboard, it's got the AIO in there already. So you just want to slide it in, and then everything will just fit perfectly if it's not too beat up of a AIO shield. It just fits right in like that. And then you just put your screws back in, and that's it. So I'm gonna screw it down and then I'll pick it back up. Now you never wanna over tighten these screws. You don't wanna force them, you don't wanna over tighten them or anything. Because by doing that, you'll crack the motherboard, and then now you got a bad motherboard, and it ain't going to work. So as soon as I feel it tighten and stop turning, I stop. The little screws, the little silver ones. Yep. No, you gave me a big silver one. Then when it comes to screwing down the motherboard, I like to spread out the screws. That way I'm supplying even pressure to everything. So that way I'm not putting too much pressure on one side of the motherboard versus the other side of the motherboard. There should be
One more.
2 more, but one screw stays because it's for the sag bracket. Yep. Hold on. No, the other case gets the sag bracket. Other case gets the sag bracket. There should be one screw left. Yep. Perfect.
These screws next?
No.
These ones?
No. Not yet. No. No. I gotta make sure that's tightened down. Make sure that bracket's tightened down. I gotta pull out the M.2. I gotta get a smaller screwdriver for that. Gotta pull out the CPU, which is everybody's fear of ruining. But as long as you ain't touching it and you're holding it from the side with care, you ain't got nothing to worry about. So where's our alcohol at? Okay, open that up.
Pour it on there?
Pour me a little bit on here. Pour it. Go ahead, pour it. Flip it. There you go. Good. So we get a little bit of alcohol and just rub off the old thermal paste on it. Clean it. You know, all this thermal paste and all the excess thermal paste. So this is a i7 10700F CPU. And this is on a AM4. So now, I'm gonna try to bring this over here. So now, when you're putting in the CPU, you just set it down, give it a little wiggle to see if it's locked in place. When it's locked in place, you just push down and tuck under, and that's it. Done. CPU's in place. Nothing to worry about. No more fear. Especially where there's, with these newer CPUs, there's no pins on them. So you ain't got to worry about damaging pins or anything like that. I'm going to wipe off the thermal paste on the AIO. Get it all nice and cleaned. And like I said, guys, listen, I ain't a professional computer builder. I think I only built maybe about 5, 6 PCs. Maybe 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. About 5 I done. Not a professional. Y'all guys always see computer builders that have been building computers since years. This is me that's only been doing this for about a year now. And I pretty much learned how to do it. Pretty easy, straightforward stuff. Wires, can't mix up wires. I'll show you all that when I'm plugging in all the wires and stuff to it. But you can't mix up wires. You can't go wrong with it. There's no way to mess up the wiring on it. So CPU's locked in, clean, thermal. The thermal paste off the AIO is clean. So now I gotta get out the M.2 out of this one, and I gotta move it to the. He wants to put it to the new one, and then put this one into his PC, because this got all of his games and stuff on it already. So I gotta get a smaller bit. Gotta switch to a smaller screw bit. Unscrew it, tiny little screw. Pulls right out. Done. I'm gonna drop that there. I'm actually gonna hold that screw on there. Don't open that yet. Now, when I'm messing with new PC parts, I usually like to use a set of rubber gloves. That's just me. When I'm building with new PC parts, I like to use rubber gloves. So, King Group, SSD, 1 terabyte is what's going in here.
What's up?
And again, man, I'm doing this all for free. That's my Frenchie. I'm doing this all for free, man. The guy just wanted some help with transferring his older parts to their son's newer computer and upgrading his computer with newer parts. Hey, go. Get out of here. Can you go grab us the scissors? Oh, no, never mind. Wait, we don't need it. I don't think we do. Nope, we don't need it. Yep, pick that up, please. So now for the M.2, to put them in. Super easy. Let me see if I can get y'all this. I'm gonna drop this camera right there. It just goes in.
Do you want me to hold it?
In a little bit of an angle. Push it. That's it. Hold the camera for me.
Yeah.
You push it in. You leave it set like that. You take your screw and put it down and screw it in just till it's snugged. That's it. M.2 is in. That's all you need to do for the M.2. Sorry for the camera movement, guys. I only got one camera. I only got one camera. So that's it for the M.2. Now for the RAM sticks, it always goes in slot 2 and 4 when you're using 2 sticks of RAM. Why? I don't know. It just the motherboards run faster when there's 2 sticks on 2 and 4 than versus on 1 and 2. It just reads faster and does a lot more faster stuff on 2 and 4. Y'all can look it up and see why, but I know that, and I learned that, you know, using 2 sticks of RAM instead of 4, it reads a lot faster versus 2. So the same thing, there's going to be a groove in the RAM stick right there. You just line that up with the slot that it's supposed to go into. With the appropriate spot, and then with 2 thumbs on each side, push down, you'll hear it click. That's it, it's in. Same thing for the next one. Line it up, push down, you'll hear it click, and that's it, it's in. RAM is in. So, where do I go into now? We could do the AIO, but before I put this dirty, I mean super dirty AIO back in, we are going to wipe it down and clean it. Take the fans off, wipe the fans down, and clean them also to get that AIO looking good. And that AIO is going to go on the back side here. Get them off there. Yeah, as long as it ain't, nothing's gonna spill on it, hit it, touch it, or anything. So I'm removing the screws from the fans for the AIO. Screws down. Remove those. That's the inside of the fans. That was the back side. So this was sucking the air in and pushing it out through here to keep it cool. So it's doing a push-pull on it. Where's that microfiber rag?
It's right here.
Usually I would do this outside or in the kitchen. And if you got like if you got one of those air blowers to blow through it, it would be a million times better. But I don't have one of those to clean it. Because PCs get super dusty. Hey Denver, give me that blue one over there on that shelf. Yeah, give me that blue rag.
This
We're
one?
gonna, yeah, give me that blue rag.
Don't
Leave
worry.
that one, leave that one on that box.
This one?
On this box, on the motherboard box. So this is nice and clean. Got a mess on the floor. Get this off right there. That's nice and clean. And then these are the fans that came off of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna clean this one too.
Which one?
This one.
Yeah, that came out of the case, right?
Yeah, just that came out of this case.
Okay. I'm gonna just try to wipe down all the blades in here. I know he gave me a pack of the Lee Infinity fans. For it. But I'm actually gonna see if he wants to use the newer ones for his PC and put these ones in this PC. I actually gotta give him a call and see if he wants to do it that way. And see if he wants to use the newer ones for his PC. It's one fan clean.
This one.
Ooh, chat. This ain't even the fun part yet. The fun part is gonna be when we start putting the new PC together. That's the fun part. Putting a new computer together is always the fun part. It's like, is it gonna blow up? Is it gonna explode? Is it not gonna explode?
It's gonna explode your house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is it gonna burn out? Not burn out?
Is it gonna burst into flames? Like, that's one part.
Did I do it right? Did I not do it right? Get
Do
what
I
I'm
have to
saying?
take it apart? Yeah.
Did I mess up somewheres?
Do I have to take the entire thing apart? Do I have to redo it?
Take
Maybe
it
it'll
apart,
blow up.
troubleshoot it, redo it,
Yep.
making sure that we done it right.
And
It's
it doesn't
always the
blow up in
fun
your
stuff.
face.
It's always the fun stuff. PC building is expensive. It's a fun hobby. I truthfully enjoy building PCs a lot. I found out that it's like really fun to do all this stuff. And just helping do it.
There's this man right here. It's not that dirty, but
No, that is pretty dirty. That one is super dirty. This one is pretty dirty. But this one has just been collecting dust from setting. Usually gotta clean PCs like every month to 2 months. Cleaning PCs. Like I know, in my house that I'm in now, I'll be honest, it's been like 3 months since I cleaned my PC because I have very low dust. Go see why Pork Chop is barking. You know, these are those Lee and Lee fans. Man. These are disgusting. What's he barking at? Squirrel. The dust is bothering you? You want to get out of here then for a minute while I dust all this stuff off?
no, it's fine.
Are you sure? I think you should step out for a minute. Let me dust all this stuff off, and then I'll call you when I get everything off, all dusted off. All right. Hey Denver, go stop him from barking. Go stop him from barking real quick. We're gonna get the front side wiped down and cleaned. Yeah, I'm gonna put some new gloves on when I start building the newer components. I'm gonna put some newer gloves on. When I start to do the other one. Dust and vacuum in here. So he didn't want me to do anything with like BIOS, download the drivers or anything like that. He said he will do it. So I'm just building turning on, making sure everything works and is running. And that is it. I asked him if he wanted me, to set up the BIOS, download the drivers, all of that stuff, but he said no. So he said him and his kids will do that together. Like brand new fans. Like brand new. Only one set. Ooh, almost lost those ones. These are daisy chain fans. So they just click in, uses one wire to power them, and that's it. So we'll get the white down going. Get them all white down. And then turn it around. Oh, these ones ain't too bad. Not too bad of dirt. Cleaning them all up. I like to clean the edges too of the fans. And blades. Nobody seen that. So in case that one don't work, that's the one with the power wire. I know which one I gotta buy and replace. I know which fan I gotta replace if it don't work. Oh, I didn't wipe the edge. Wipe the edge. That fan. Like brand new again. Like brand new. I believe these was on his AIO. We'll find out. We'll find out. Something different here, gaming PC. So I know he said his kids play. Of course, everybody knows what they play is Fortnite. I don't know what games he's gonna be running on this. You say he's not like a hardcore gamer. Doesn't really play too much high games and stuff like that. Brand new fan game. Just getting to it. Let me get this cleaned up real quick and then start putting this PC back together. Get this one running, get it going, and then on to the newer build stuff for the 011 Vision case. But that one's going to DDR5, 64 gigs of RAM. Can't remember the graphics card. I'm pretty sure it was a 6700 XT RX 6700 XT. 67 or something like that. Because I got a 68. I think that one was a 67 if I remember correctly. Shit, look at that. Like brand new again. Not yet. Not like brand new again. Hold on. I didn't wipe the edges. I didn't clean the edges. Now it's like brand new again. So radiator's cleaned. All the fans are cleaned. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call him real quick and see if he wants to use the new pack of fans. This is the 3-pack 120 Infinity fans, just like we was cleaning right here. But he bought these, I guess, to put into this PC and to reuse most of these fans for his. I'm gonna see if he wants to reuse these ones in his PC and put these ones back into this computer. I'm gonna take these gloves off. That was a lot of dust. I'm gonna give him a call real quick. Hey, the pack of new fans you got, do you want to use those in your build and reuse, but why reuse the older ones? You could reuse the older ones for there. It's all the same shit. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Okay, so how do you want to run the new ones in here? Okay, so they only got, and then there was one extra fan in the case. There was one in the case. It was on the back, so I'll figure it out. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I might mount the radiator. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I might mount the radiator on top and the 3 fans on the back to suck more air in, and then 1 fan on the back. Okay, I'll fix it up. Okay. Okay, so he did not want to use that. He wanted to just keep the newer fans in his son's PC, and just reuse these fans for there. So I gotta figure out the fan configuration here, because the only thing he's got is the 3-pack fans. He's got the 3-pack fans plus these 2 Lee and Lee ones and this one. So he's got, I gotta figure out how to do the best air configuration for this. So my thought is maybe running these 2 with the radiator on the back to suck in air, go here, 3 on top to draw the heat out, plus 1 back here to draw the heat. Or do the 3 lean leaf fans here, radiator on top, suck the heat out. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run them on top here. I'm gonna run those on top. So, as y'all know, with fans, they say faces suck while the back blows. So when you're putting them on the radiator, if I wanted to draw heat out, I gotta mount them like this, because this is gonna take the heat out of the PC when you put faces suck. They do make reverse fans where the faces are reversed to suck in air, but that's the back. This is the front. Faces suck. That's the best way for me to describe it for you guys. His faces suck. So we're gonna bring the radiator back right here. And this is the front of the radiator because the hoses. Let's put that right here. And I'm gonna try to see. So this is gonna be mounted at the top. So I want this side to run out, so they ain't gonna be seeing nothing. Then I put them on. I don't tighten all the way. I just get them screwed in a little bit. That way, if I gotta move them around to find the two holes, then I mount them down more. Again, snug, ain't gotta be super tight. Snug. Snug as a rug. In case I gotta move it. I know this is a lot different from me playing Call of Duty, but I figured, hey, let's try it out. Let's make a video on it. I like doing a lot of different stuff. So now, I am going to personally, I'm going to feed the wires through. I'm going to feed the wires through up here and then mount the radiator on there before I do the thermal paste and everything. So that way I can lay the case down and do it. Oh, I didn't take the back shield off. Back shield off. Hey, can I get my little helper in here? No? I think my helper took a nap. I think he took a nap. Hold one, you'll find them both, usually. Hold one. Yep, find them both. These two to the same hole. See, and I usually, oh, you know what? I gotta stop for a second. I'm gonna put these wires through real quick. Then I'm gonna set this radiator down actually. And I'm gonna plug in the 8-pin motherboard wire. I'm gonna turn this around real quick. And I'm gonna take this screw off for this plate here. One more here. Pull this out. Actually, I'll put this screw back in there. That's a little screw. I don't want to lose it. Okay, now, let me see here. These are all for the case. These are all for the that's just an 8-pin, okay. And then the motherboard is one 8-pin, which is this one right here. So I'm gonna slide this through this top hole. I'm gonna turn it. Clip in. And like I said, all these wires, they all go in one way. So if you have to force it, then it's not right. If you gotta force it. If you gotta force those wires, then something ain't right. Switch it, look for a different wire. Don't force it. See? This is a great example of not forcing it. This one is not fitting into there. So let me see here. This one fits into there. This one fits, yeah, that fits into there. But this, see? And that's why, Jack, you always pay attention to this. Right here, you see on this cable, it says CPU. It says CPU, meaning it goes to the 8-pin up here. I'm trying to, the 8-pin right here, which is for the CPU. I grabbed the wrong one for a second. I was trying to plug in the wrong one. But that's why you don't force it. If it don't fit, do not force the wire. So let's run this wire back through again, which is the correct one. I hate these split cables. Supposed to rock with each other somehow, some way, some bullshit. Interlockables. Always make sure that cables are all the way in and pushed in. So we got that done. I'm gonna open up my window here. So we got that plugged in. This is gonna be for the graphics card. This one, this big 24 pin is the motherboard plug. Again, it goes in, that's it, done. All wires have a certain spot that they plug into, go into, and that is it. Now you got this cable. This is a case cable. It's gonna plug right. Oh no, wait. This case didn't have this. This motherboard, I believe, didn't run these two wires. Yeah, this motherboard didn't have these two wires, which was for the USB-C and got the other one. Yeah, these ones, this case didn't have that for them. So the two case wires, there's two case wires that stay out. This long HD audio panel is for the USB jack. And then you got these case wires here, which is for your power button, your LEDs, and all of that. So we'll run this down up underneath here. We'll remove this AIO real quick. Remove the AIO out of the way. Turn this. So this is the audio pin, which is fairly easy to find on the case. And then usually underneath, they usually labeled for what is what on here. See, like this is the panel on there, fan controls and SATAs, USBs. Which one was this is panel. So this USB here is the panel one. So now we gotta take these wires. And these are the fun ones. For this case, with the lead, they're all in one, which makes it so much easier. I'm going to turn this down like that. Usually a little bit tricky to get to and to do. And sometimes it's hard to see them. It's hard to see the labels on there. That should be it for the panels. Sorry y'all couldn't see that part. That was a little bit hard to do. What? Everything. And then my lighting is not so bright in here either. Not so bright. So now, oh, that's in there. I'm gonna run these 4 wires. These 4 wires through. I'll put this probably right there. Where am I gonna put that at? Screws that I use. Those are too big. Those are too long. And go into my screw kit. Get some extra screws. Get some extra screws. Which is why you always have screws. Cases for screws. Let's see if these ones could work that I found. Let's see in here. Let's see if these can work real quick. One down. ones that we're going to be using. See if these ones will work. That one worked. I'm just gonna hold it like this for a second. Oh, that's not the right screw. That screw that I just pulled out is actually for a that's the same one we use. Damn. Those are for power supplies. I'm just gonna put those in here for now. I'm gonna put those two in there for a second until I can get the right screws for it. It's gonna be probably these ones I want to use. Which set more flat. Yeah. I want to use these screws because they set more flat on it. It's these ones here that I want to use for it. Some of these screw holes actually restrict. Hello. Sitting around building which computers. You know, home. Oh, I picked them up. You know why? Because I guess you don't know how to. He's good. He's helping me. Yeah, we're good. Alright. How's Adriana? Alrighty. Alright, well, call me when you're ready or something. Call me when you're ready. Okay. Found it. Nope, I didn't find it. So I'm gonna just put these screws back down right there. Then I am going to repackage them. Like standoffs and so many screws. It's amazing. How many screws? So, AIO is in now. We are going to the loop now. So, you got a fan control wire, and then this one runs to the motherboard for the fan. So when it starts getting hot, it tells the AIO, hey, what to do. Kick on the fans. And then this is for extra fan controls. So this one runs to the back and plugs into the USB port to give it power, to power the pump and the fans. So this just plugs in right up here to the fan, CPU fan. So you got one for CPU and then one for CPU fan. This is CPU that runs there. And then this is for the fan control in the back. So now we need a thermal paste. Sorry, chat, looking for my thermal paste. Looking for the thermal paste. So this is the thermal paste that I use on pretty much every build in my computer. I got a 7800X3D CPU. When I'm gaming on Call of Duty, I only hitting 65 degrees, 60 degrees on it. And this is what I've been using. See if I got enough. can see what I'm doing. Beautiful. Now y'all can see what I'm doing. For it. So when I thermal paste, I smudge it on there. I don't do the dots, I don't do the X. I don't do any of that. I put it on there, and then I spread it out. Like to spread the thermal paste and cover. To do it. Cover on it. Best way I can cover it all up. Then I like to supply even pressure on it. Get one screw in, not fully tighten it down. Get the second one down. As I feel it starting to tighten, just snug it while holding pressure still. Snug it. Then when I snug that one, go back to this one, tighten it a little bit. Make sure cross pattern. Done. That's all plugged in. Now we run that back there. I'm gonna go grab something to drink, chat. Be right back. Okay. We got that all tightened down. We got the RAM in, got the AIO in. Now we got to run the plugs, get the new fans put in also. Be right back. So we got that done. Got that plugged in. Usually I just run this wire right around the AIOs like this. Keep it nice and hidden. Oh, take a second. Let me see here. We are going to move the camera back up over this way. There. Now I did put he wants to run all new fans. He wants to put all new fans in there. Didn't he have wires? Wasn't there some wires? Yeah, right here. Here's the wires. So now this is for the RGB. This wire is for the RGB. And then these are for this is for the fans right here. So having these fans around. These are two are for fan control, two are for RGB. So these two are going to plug into here. Hold on, wait a minute, give me a second here. I gotta figure it out. Plug in like that. And this goes to the motherboard. These ones go to the motherboard for fan. Fan. This USB home, along with these, which is where these two plug into. Why was he using this one? I don't know, what was he using that for? This is going to plug into here to give the fan control. Wait a minute, how did he run this? I don't know, how did he run this, chat? Just in my truck, you'll hear it. I don't know how did he run this plug. These are fan controls, and these are RGB. So his motherboard has fan control, which is this one. So this one connects this wire that's to the pump, collects to there. It's connecting to there. I don't know what he did here, chat. You don't need that. Because that's for the fan. That's for the Lee Infinity fans. That was for the Infinity fans. So that was for the Infinity fans. This is for the RGB. The way the header is plugged in. This is for fan speed. This is to talk to it. And this is for the RGB. This is for RGB. You can't plug this. There. Yo. Well, I'm trying to figure out your Lee and Lee AIO you had on the older one with the 2 fans. I'm trying to wire that up and figure it out. Well, I gotta pick up Blossom, so I can swing by and drop it off when I'm done. I could pick it. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm trying to figure this out right now. Figure out how to just wire them. So let me figure this out and I'll call you right back. I'm blocking the view. So these are for fan control, which is here. And these are power. Where's the USB power goes? Where does the USB power go to? This is SATA, the power. This is the USB power, but nothing's plugging in to here. So this is the controls for the Lee and Lee fans. There. So this pump plugs in different. So this pump is plugging in a different way. Three pin. So if this pump plugs in this, why did he have all of this connected? You could just run this one wire, go right here to fan. run. Two. So, how do we work around that? How do we work around that? Look for the fan. This is ARGB, which means you can't plug it into a B. This is 4, not 3. That's 3. Oh, that's not good. I see what he did here. He put those two. He put those two together to run it underneath to go to this RGB header right here. Is what he did. Now, when you're dealing with the RGB, you gotta be super careful so you don't bend the pins when trying to connect them. Like me, I'm struggling here. I'm struggling to plug in the RGB. Trust the light. took a second to figure out what was he doing with that. But we got that figured out. That took a second. So now we're gonna open up these fans. Probably just gonna need one of those cables. Fan. Screws. Everything. Locking in the cables. Everything. Dealt with. Not having enough. I don't think he's got enough stuff on the motherboard. This is an older motherboard. So let's see. This is going to plug into there. Plugs into there. That's his SATAs. This wire also needs a fan control and an ARGB control for this wire. Let me plug that in. This is a USB. Two SATAs. And then ARGB again and the fan header. So we are left with trying to find an ARGB again to connect to. RGB. And this motherboard just don't have a lot of ARGB connections on it, which is pretty wild. And I don't have adapters to fix that. So, I'm gonna try something here. And we'll see if this works. This is going to be USB. Easily plugged into right here. USB. Okay. Beautiful. This is going to be the fan control wire that I'm putting in now. So this is for a fan. Plug in right here for fan control. And then I'm gonna leave it like that and not put in this RGB plug. I'm gonna plug in the SATA cables. And I wanna see if the motherboard would maybe if the motherboard could run the RGB for it. Because if the motherboard could run it, because I know the motherboard has RGB, then it will work like that. If not, then I'm gonna have to order an adapter for it. Hey, what's up?
Hey. He wants to know if the PC's done.
No.
Alright.
two fans could fit back here. Suck in air from there. Suck from here, bringing in the cold air, taking out the heat from the top. Or if I run three fans at the bottom, suck in air from there, take the heat out the top. Pull heat from the back. I think that would be the best airflow configuration. Would be to do from the bottom, heat up. No, I can't get no fans from there. Yeah, I think that's the best configuration would be to do that. Still run it like that. And there's a fan control right there. This run it like that. I think that's gonna be our best route to go with. Chat, yell at me if I'm wrong. If I need to change it. That's just what I'm thinking. We suck air from the bottom. I know I'm not the master builder here, guys. If y'all looking for a master builder, y'all came to the wrong place. I'm an everyday guy. Y'all could. If we run into problems, we gotta figure it out. That's what I did. And that's why I like building new PCs. Because it's easier to build new. It's way easier to build new. to install 4 screws for now. Just to hold it into place. I'm just going to put the 4 screws in. See, the ones here, you got to make sure with this case that they're flat. I usually never put all 12 screws in when they're daisy chained together. Because they usually do good at staying when they're daisy chained. I only put about 8 screws in. So those are together. All of that. This fan in. This one. Here. Gonna run this in here. I'm reusing the same silver screws that I took out. Connected, all of that's ran. Now the graphics card goes in. Push, see, done. Chat, I think it's gonna blow up. think it might blow up. Okay, wiring, everything's good, done. I guess that's it. Let's try to boot it up and see if everything comes on. Slide this table forward. Power to it. Flip the switch. I seen lights on the motherboard. So we got lights on the motherboard. That was correct about the RGBs. All the fans are running. Lights booted up. RAM is on. Motherboard and everything. Now we're gonna power it off and get it shipped on its way. Then we move to building that one. We'll get our live stream again with building that one. So we'll get this unplugged. Get this, slide it back. Going to get the panels all cleaned off and dusted. And tug up some cables. And we are done with this PC. No, we are not. Chad, I forgot. I'm sorry. I completely forgot. The most important part. The graphics card. Plugging in the graphics card. Completely forgot. Now, we are done. Now we can say we successfully built another PC and got done with it. I'm going to do my best here with these cables, which I should have been on top of when I was putting it all together. Should have been on top of all of this. When I was putting them in and putting everything together, I should have been on that. So a few things, move a few things. check and make sure the pump comes on. Sure. Run those two together, sure. Now for this, I'm just gonna stick that in the hard drive cage. Get that out of the way. Same thing here. Plug this. Plug it back in. Over here. That way they're not tangled with this. Same thing with this wire. The SATAs, I'm going to stick in the hard drive cage. Oh, I forgot to plug in my fans. Forgot to plug in the fans. See? They would have called me like, hey, my fans ain't working. What'd you do wrong? Tuck it all, just tuck it all in there. Just tuck it all in there. Right? After you tuck it all in there, take this one screw out. Put this in there. Tuck that. Screw that top piece in a little bit. Put this screw back in there. Put this screw in there tight. Done. Clean. That's clean. That's clean. This. Make sure all this is lined up. Right in. It's supposed to slide, I believe. You don't want to slide. Screw those on. Oh. Yeah. More worried about cleaning the inside of this glass than the outside, because the outside I can always just wipe once it's all done. See, you just wipe it, and that's it. top glass, or the front glass. Sorry. Just wipe it. Down. Now some top mesh. Top mesh, just magnets. Like that. Same thing with this one. Wipe it. Yeah. Huh? Now you just got done with the PC. That's it. What? Playing their games. That's it. Yeah. No. I don't know. Figuring it out. Yeah. I'll come pick you up now. I don't know. Give me 2 minutes. I'll call you back. Give me 2 minutes. Wipe this down. Chat, y'all see it live. Phone calls. Everything. Slide this back in. Problem. And that is it. I mean, it's not too difficult. Like I said, if you caught the stream from the start, I had a little bit of an issue with trying to sort out like the RGB wires and headers and stuff, but there's always workaround. Like this motherboard didn't have a lot. Truthfully, this was a transfer from that PC. So if you're gonna stay and watch, I'm actually getting ready to build that whole PC brand new with new motherboards, fans, RAM, CPUs, and everything, new AIOs. So if you want to stay and watch, I'm gonna end this live stream because I gotta go actually take this and drop it off to the guy. Because his kids has been waiting for it, so I'm gonna take this off, go drop it off. I'm gonna grab something to eat, and then I'm gonna come back and start building in the 011 Vision with all new parts, new AIO hydro seal, the hydro shift. I have not built a lot of PCs. I haven't done that a lot. This is maybe my 6th PC I put together. This one is going to be my 7th. So it's all about learning experience and workarounds and stuff. So with that, chat, I am going to end the stream with that. I'm gonna go get this dropped off. I'm gonna come back and get something to eat real quick, and then I'm gonna start. Y'all gonna watch me fully clean that PC, tear it down again, the case, clean it all, and rebuild it. I'm gonna try to get my camera in a better angle so y'all can see it, and get it going from there. I really appreciate this. Subscribe, man. This is my first time actually doing PC building on here. I usually do a lot of gaming, but it's my first time doing a PC build on here. I had a customer messaging me a lot to help him with transferring his older stuff into this case for his kids and upgrading his PC with all new stuff. It's a guy I know before. Like I said, I painted this graphics card for him white. I took it apart and painted it for him before. So he reached back out to me to do his PC. So with that, I'm going to be back, guys, in about 20 minutes. I'm going to grab something to eat, go drop this off, and I'll be back in 20 minutes. I appreciate everybody watching and joining in with me.